Y'all gonna see the head of the shelf today, make peach cobbler. I'm trying to get them more close up. That's why I don't care about my seeing me. I want to see y'all to see what I'm doing. Oh, Beverly, making old school peach cobbler. I'm gonna start here in a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm gonna get started here right at 3, so I'll have time to do that. And as I'm cooking the cobbler filling, I can have time to chat with y'all because it takes a few minutes for it to heat up. Okay, today is, let me turn this down so I don't hear no feedback. I keep hearing myself here. Okay, peach cobbler. This is the way I make it. It's kind of variation where my mama make it. The only thing that I do that she did, she made our pie dough homemade. I can make homemade pie dough. If you watch my previous videos with my old school blackberry cobbler, I don't make homemade pie dough. To me, it's just, to me personally, I can take that time that I'm making pie dough to be concentrated on something else. But when I cook multiple things. When I'm actually in the kitchen cooking, I don't just cook one item. So that's 10, 15, 20 minutes of my time I can be preparing another dish. That's why I quit making pie dough years ago. The pie dough I do use, I only use one kind. It must be Pillsbury. The Pillsbury roll out pie dough, pie crust. This is what I use. You can find it in the dairy market where they got the, you know, the biscuits, the canned biscuits and stuff like that. It's in that part of the supermarket. So this is what I use when I make pie dough, when I make old school cobbler. It's the only difference that it's not actually homemade. So you can make pie dough. I have a recipe for old school pie dough on my site. Just just go to Facebook and just put old school pie dough and it'll come up. But I don't use it that much at all. Okay, get started. I'm gonna heat up my pot. And this recipe I posted earlier, I won't just be dumping stuff in here, but it's all pretty much measured out as you see it on my food page. Like I said, I always use pineapple juice in all my cobblers. Reason is I like to add flavor to flavor. Some people use water. Water defeats the purpose. You need to add some kind of flavor to your cobbler. The peach cobbler, you can use, I use pineapple juice because it's more of a neutral, it's fruity. It's not overpowering like orange juice. That's why I use pineapple juice. It's not too sweet. You can also use peach nectar, which you can find in the Hispanic part of the supermarkets. It's coming in a little can, like a Coke can. It's peach nectar. You can use that in your peach cobbler juice instead of this. And it works out awesome too. So what I'm doing, I'm pour that in there. Now the peaches, these peaches are frozen. Right now my peaches are not ready. Peaches not quite in season. Most 95, 75, 80% of the time I use fresh peaches when I make peach cobbler, peach pie, anything. But the next best thing is frozen peaches. Do not use canned peaches. Number one, canned peaches are too mushy. When you make a cobbler with canned peaches, they will turn to mush by the time you finish cooking the cobbler. So I use fresh peaches. They look awesome. They look fresh. You really can't tell the difference if you're not really a connoisseur of peaches. So I pour that in there. I got my pot already heating up, of course. See, it's very simple. I'll put the sugar in there. Like I said, I'm gonna dump everything in there going in here right now except the cornstarch. Because I'm gonna bring all this stuff to a bowl. I'm cinnamon, nutmeg I'm putting in there. I just put the vanilla in there and the butter. All this going in the pot. And we're going to bring all this stuff to a bowl. It's going to take a while. That's why I'm going to get over here and kind of chat with y'all while this is heating up. If y'all got anything, I didn't do my chat session last night. So I'll do it right now. And I'm going to add a little bit more water to this. Give it a little bit more body. There you go. come to a boil. And while that's doing that, I'm gonna get my pie crust unrolled here. I got my casserole dish already. I always spray this. You can use any dish you want. I like using this one. It's like my cobbler pan there. I use only for cobblers most of the time, 95% of the time. So what it do? This stuff is awesome to work with. It come rolled out. Like I don't say you see other brands in the store, but I only use Pillsbury. That's the only one that's really works for me, and it's awesome. So what I do, this is so simple. Y'all saw me in white blackberry cobbler, the same concept. Everything is the same, except I just use peaches instead of blackberry. I just put that right in there. That's why another reason I spray it. That pie dough just slide right in there. I just push it up against the side. See how easy that is? Making pie crust and all that all day? Nah, I could be doing something else. I could be frying some chicken. I could make some dumplings. I could be making some dressing. I could be barbecuing. I could be doing anything. But in particular, making pie crust all day. So, like I said, if you like making pie crust, go for it. I just try to make it easier because I have other things to do when I'm cooking in the kitchen. I'm not just making one item. This thing here, frozen peaches. It's going to take about 10 minutes right now to let this go boil. Like I said, I'm going to get over here and chat with y'all while I'm doing this. And you always have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. So that's why I cook this 350 degrees about 45 minutes. That's all it's going to take. All you want to do is cook. And I don't pre-cook my bottom pie crust because it cooks. This is so thin, it's going to cook. Number one, the filling is going to cook it when it goes in there hot. And then, of course, the heat from the oven is going to finish cooking it all the way up. So it will be cooked also evenly. So people always question me that the pie crust on the bottom have to be pre-baked. No, it doesn't. Let me see here. Okay, I can actually chat with y'all right now. Hello, Herman. Cindy, I made you a better cook. That's awesome. That's awesome. DeKalb, Texas, Ruby. I don't know where DeKalb, Texas is, but I've been in Texas all my life. I heard of that. Yeah, Naida, I think that's your name. My kitchen smells just like cinnamon nutmeg right now. Yeah, Robin, I read mine. Yeah. Peach cobbler in Germany. Wow, awesome. Let's see, this stuff is warming up here. My knives, these knives here, these are knives here, matter of fact, what's the name brand of these knives here? These are here, Japanese knife, M-Joy, but I like J.W. Hinkle's. You can get Woodstrof's. Woodstrof's is a German knife, which is very good. But any kind of knife, I don't try to overindulge and overpay for knives. If you get a good hard blade, make sure the blade is really hard, speaking of knives. And I don't like the wood handles. I like smooth. This is wood, but it's like a coated wood handle. And just as long as the blade is very thick and not pliable and not too thin, that's the kind of knives I use. And I keep them very sharp anyway. My knives are razor sharp. But thinking about knives, see how we got on knives? Okay, it's about $1. Okay. All right. Yeah, Japanese knives are awesome. Let me taste this, make sure I got enough sugar. Sometimes you have to taste this, even though my recipe says one thing, because sometimes your peaches is not as sweet as others. So you might have to adjust the sugar. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Sometimes the peach is not sweet, not as juicy. You have to adjust the sugar. little by little, but this I don't have to adjust nothing. And this is almost coming to a boil. And I have my slurry, if y'all been following along. The slurry, all the slurry is water and cornstarch. And I'm going to put the slurry in here when it comes to a complete boil. You got to make sure it's completely boiling. That's the key. When you're adding cornstarch to a liquid. But that's what activates the cornstarch, the heat. If you put it there where it's cold, number one, it's going to be lumpy. And number two, it's going to take forever for it to thicken. And once I hit this slurry to the hot liquid, it's going to thicken pretty much immediately. And I'm going to cook it another minute or so, and it'll thicken all the way up. So that's that. Almost coming to a boil here. Almost. Now, if I wasn't sitting here stirring it and I'm doing something else, this thing comes to a boil so quick, I have to watch it. But the day I'm only focusing on this, it seems like it's taking forever to come to a boil. That's how things are in the kitchen. When you're not watching it, it'll boil quick. When you ain't watching it, it takes forever. Yeah, Maxine, I use pineapple juice, yes, in my peaches. But like I said, you can use a peach nectar too. That'll work. Nadia, okay. That's an awesome name. San Antonio in the house. Yeah, it's definitely, you can see it smoking now. It's almost coming to a boil. That's what I want here. I was going to do this on Sunday, but I forgot tomorrow is Father's Day. So I'm going to be barbecuing all day tomorrow on my new pit if y'all didn't see it. I got it seasoning right now outside. So I'm going to be making baby back ribs and smoked pork butt tomorrow. So I have pulled pork sandwiches and baby back ribs tomorrow. Old school, yeah, all right. Yeah, Robin, my recipe on page, it has oh, you want to know to have just a thickener recipe? No, I don't. For slurry, no. Like I say in my recipe, I just explained to it. All the slurry is just water and cornstarch, 50-50. That's all it is. It's almost ready. I almost fit to put my cornstarch in it. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna unroll the other half of the dough. But these things come with two. If y'all never work with this, it come with two. One for the, I guess it knows you want a bottom crust and a top crust. But if you never ever work with this dough before, so that's how it comes. It's two in a package. This one I'm going to roll out because I'm going to cut this one in strips. When this one come out, and put it on the top. But I rolled it already out. Yeah, Tremaine, frozen peaches is awesome. That's the next best thing that's fresh when it's frozen. But like I said, don't ever use canned. Canned will make your cobbler mushy. Very mushy. Detroit, Michigan is in the house. Okay. All right, you can see that's boiling there. Now I'm gonna add my slurry to that. Y'all can't see it's boiling. Next time I'm gonna have an overhead cam too, where y'all can actually see what I'm doing. You can only kind of see only part of it. But the slurry, all the slurry is cornstarch and water. Cold water. Cold water too. Do not use warm water. Make sure you use cold water and cornstarch. Okay. Put this in there. already starting to thicken. But you don't get the complete thickness until it comes back to a boil. So when you put it in there, you don't get the whole strength of the cornstarch till it comes to a complete boil. And then you'll know how thick, if it's ready to thicken. Put that right there. Bring it back up to a boil. Y'all with me, or y'all, I done put everybody to sleep. I can put you to sleep sometime. Okay, one more minute and this will be ready. Pour in the pan. We're going to see if I can fit it all in there. See if I can make this before. Usually it'll go in there perfectly into the pan. That's it. That's the consistency you want of your cobbler when you put it in the pan. Because it will thicken a little bit more in the oven as it heat up. But that's the consistency you want of the base right there. Okay. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to pour it right here in there. There we go. Look at that. All that fits right up in there. Now, I got that in there. Now I'm going to put the little dough on top. And there's no science in where you put the dough. You can put the dough all the way on the top without cutting it. I just like to cut it in strips. You know. There's no law, there's no rule of how it's supposed to be. I just, you know, just get it on there. You're going to eat it anyway. It ain't going to last long anyway. You can do thin strips, you can do thick strips, however you want to do it. So I'm going to do that, over here. Here. I'm just putting it on there any way I can get it on. It's nothing, like I said, it's not rocket science. Y'all following me, y'all with me. Anybody sleep? Like I said, I'm going to leave this video up. You can go later if I'm going too fast or you miss something or whatever. You can always go back and check it out. Like I say, this is not rocket science. Just put it on there like that. And I'll put a little butter. Next step, I'll put some butter on it. You can use melted butter. This in here, a little softened butter. Just put butter pats on there. You can brush on butter, but just like the butter pats. It'll melt away. It'll melt evenly once you hit it in the oven. Yeah. Not rocket science. Okay, the last step I do, I always keep cinnamon sugar in my pantry here. Just for color, I make a lot of color. All this is cinnamon sugar, 50-50. And I sprinkle a little cinnamon sugar on top. See that? Cinnamon sugar all evenly on there. That's granulated sugar and cinnamon, ground cinnamon, that's all it is. And we put it in the oven. And for the television, I have one already cooked that I cooked earlier. I'm going to show y'all. It's in the oven right now. It's going to come out. I'm going to put this in the oven, let it cook. To show y'all how it looks. Over here. It is hot. See this one? Hold it up to the camera so y'all can see it. See that? Beautiful. There we go. Now we're going to scoop some out here and see how it looks. See if I do a good job on this. Even got some bluebell. This is Texas ice cream. You gotta have bluebell here in Texas. But anyway, we're going to scoop some out here and see how it is. See how it come out. You got two different kinds of bowls here. Okay. There we go. Nice and hot. Look at that. still steaming hot. Some peaches in there. Peaches nice and tender. I'll put one in another bowl here. See, I like my peaches to each cobbler to have some juice. I don't like it to be dry. When you put that ice cream on there, it'll be awesome. There you go, get some bottom crust. I like that crust too. That's my favorite part of the cobbler is the crust. Favorite part of the cobbler is the crust. Okay. Got some ice cream to put on this thing. Can't go wrong with ice cream on there. Look at that. There we go. Get out of there. Beautiful. And up. I wish y'all was here to enjoy this, but you know what? Let me try this out right quick. Spoon out of here. Look at that. Can't go wrong with this. Gotta try that. Peaches are tender. Crust is done. Awesome. You got to try the recipe. Like I said, you have to cook in the oven for 30-45 minutes. A little longer depending on how the temperature works in your altitude. But that's it. Very simple. So, thanks for joining me today, y'all. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel always. I put videos up on there. Like I say, I'm doing chicken wings and waffles. I'm going to post that up on the video on my YouTube channel later this weekend. But hope y'all try this recipe. And like I always say, have a blessed old school soul food day. I'll see y'all next time. All right? Later.